But it's gonna be blue skies for you and I. We'll step out of the shadows and walk into the light. Yeah, it's gonna be blue skies for you and I.
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Zalits, and today we're going to be talking about Sid Highwind, everybody's favorite engineer slash pilot from Final Fantasy VII. Now let's go ahead and jump on into what he actually does and what he can do. So he is a melee ranged attacker slash healer. This is very interesting because we really don't have any kind of HP attacker slash healer except for Cyan, and Furion. Furion, both of those two guys can do it, but I'm they're very few and far between. So I'm kind of wondering what Sid's actually does. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at his stat chart over here, or yeah, stat chart. He has a 4-star base HP, which is actually good because these last few EX missions have just been driving me up the wall with how much damage and how much HP they have and how. Anyways, moving on, he has a 2-star base defense. Pretty pitiful. I would have preferred him to be a little bit higher than that, but hey, I can't complain looking at the rest of his stats. He has a 3-star base max bravery, which is not too bad, but maybe he'll have something that boosts that in his abilities or passives. He has a 5-star speed, which I'm not surprised because he is a blue crystal type, which means he's probably going to be a speedy character. He has a base initial bravery, which is or a 3-star base initial bravery, which is pretty average. I mean, and then he has a 2-star attack, which is actually super terrible. I'm not sure why he's an attacker but has such little H or base attack. It's not sure what that's about. Anyways, his stat table's over here. You see it, his HP is pretty average there. Well, actually, I'm lying. I shouldn't say average. He has a pretty high, a moderately high HP, an average initial bravery, average max bravery, low attack, and obviously the low defense as well, which is surprising because I never saw Sid as being a very weak character in Final Fantasy VII, but I guess they just wanted to make him this way. I don't know what the deal is with that 2-star attack. It's kind of weird. But anyways, let's jump on into his command abilities here. All right, so his first ability is called Hyper Jump. It is a 1-hit arrow bravery attack that grants jump gear for 2 turns and turns bravery attack to boost jump. Jump gear raises attack and max bravery. Okay, so this makes sense now. So essentially, what he's going to end up getting is when he uses his ability, he's probably going to get a buff. I'm not sure if this is going to be framed or not, but we'll find out when we watch the trailer video for him. But he's going to get a buff with this with these abilities. Whether or not it's framed, he's going to get these 2 buffs. Like, I'm guessing it's probably going to be framed because it's 2 different buffs. So usually when 2 different buffs are together like that, they're usually framed. But it'll be similar to like a Sephiroth kind of thing where it'll raise his max bravery and his attack, which also makes sense because his attack and max bravery are very low. So this is definitely going to come in handy for him for those 2 stats because he just doesn't have it base innately. So then it turns into his bravery attack turns into boost jump, and boost jump is an arrow bravery attack with low action delay condition while jump gear is active as well. And in case you haven't noticed, all of his abilities are ranged, so he's going to be a very strong ranged attacker. From what I've been reading up on the Reddits and the forum posts and everything like that, people are just saying that he's going to be the replacement for Kain. I mean, yeah, I can totally see that. Like Kain, he kind of had his time to shine, and he was the old ranged HP attacker, but with the power creep and all that stuff, like Sid just has way more. He's probably gonna have way more max bravery, way more attack. He's probably gonna just have all around better utility for the team. So this is why I'm assuming that Sid is gonna be his replacement, and why I agree with what those people are saying. But anyways, I'm deviating from all this. I should just focus on getting this done. Dragon Dive is a 1-hit arrow bravery plus HP attack. Grants Dragon Gear for 2 turns and turns HP attack to Dragon. Dragon Gear raises attack and max bravery as well. Okay, oh, this one, oh, I didn't cover that either. This Hyper Jump is actually a bravery attack, and the Dragon Dive is a bravery plus HP. So I'm wondering if the attack and max bravery bonuses from these 2 are stackable, or I'm assuming they change with each. I'm assuming they change. I don't think they're gonna both be active at the same time, because that'd be pretty OP. But I'm wondering, like, if you, because it says, okay, so it says while jump gear is active, so I'm guessing it you know, changes between the two. But I'm assuming you would have the hyper jump, and then from hyper jump you'd probably dragon dive. But I mean, both have good uses, so I mean, you can't really go wrong with 6. He's gonna have a lot of uses, and then, you know, a lot of longevity. It seems like, although he might not. I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% how good he's gonna be in a longer fight. But he seems to be pretty. He's packing some heavy heat here. His next ability, because of the transformation of Dragon Dive, it changes his HP attack into Dragon, and it moderately restores HP up to 15% of max HP after the HP attack, with a low action delay condition while Dragon Gear is active. And this is the healing ability, so we're definitely going to have to see how much, well, 15%, it says how much there, but we're going to have to see how it actually works out. It doesn't really say how much or how many hits. I'm pretty sure it's just a one hit bravery attack, but I mean, I'm not too sure. And then Big Brawl is his EX ability, as we see here. It's a one hit bravery plus HP attack repeated 7 times. The bravery plus HP attacks are randomly dispersed if there are multiple targets. Requires Masked Axe is passive, usable when the EX gauge is filled. So this is his EX ability. He got this recently, but let's go ahead and look into his passive abilities here and see if he actually gets anything worthwhile. So his first passive here is going to be Hyper Jump Power Up. Slightly raises bravery damage dealt by Hyper Jump. Buff Attack Up. Slightly raises attack while buffed. Chase Bonus. Slightly raises bravery damage during a chase sequence. That's kind of niche. I don't think you're going to need that all the time. However, I mean, it could come in handy if you're running him with some launchers. But I don't really see that being I don't really see that as being too important. Dragon Dive Power Up. Slightly raises bravery damage dealt by Dragon Dive. Critical Speed Up. Slightly raises speed for 1 turn after inflicting a critical hit. That's actually pretty good. Hyper Jump Charge. Increases the max uses of Hyper Jump by 1. Buff Boost. Slightly raises max bravery while buffed. Okay. Could always use more max bravery, especially since he has a 3-star. Dragon Dive Charge increases the max uses of Dragon Dive by 1. Always good. And then his final passive at crystal level 50, the Captain's Bark. Upon recovering HP, if the healing amount exceeds max HP, 50% of the excess is divided amongst allies. The healing value is limited to 10% of each target's max HP. Now, this is actually going to be really good, because I've been thinking about it while I was reading all these, and I'm assuming that the Dragon ability, the HP attack that he gets, is like, since it doesn't say any kind of one hits or anything like that, I'm assuming it's just that initial HP attack. Whatever your bravery's at, if you just hit HP, it's just going to do that attack, and instead of just being an HP attack, it's going to be a dragon, and that dragon's going to heal. So if your HP is full, you're going to end up healing your allies, which is going to be really, really good, if that's really how it works. And I'm assuming that's how it works. So we'll just have to see in the video for the or the trailer video for him, if to make sure that this is exactly what I think it is. But anyways, let's move on into the enhancements for the 60s when those roll around, the awakenings. So his first ability, or his first passive for the 60s, is Jump Gear Attack and Boost Up. Slightly raises attack and max bravery while Jump Gear is active. Of course, Hyper Jump Extend when increases Hyper Jump's max uses by 2 when using Hyper Jump. Turns it to a 3-hit AoE bravery attack, which is going to be really good. Slightly raises its total potency. Bravery stolen can overflow up to 150% of max bravery. Triggers an HP attack on the main target after use. Extend the duration of Jump Gear by 1 turn when using, and then when using Boost Jump, turns into a 2-hit AoE bravery attack. Slightly raises its potency as well. All good stuff there. He's going to definitely be doing a lot more damage during this time period when he gets his enhancements. However, I'm not sure how much it'll say for his viability at that point in time when it actually does get released, but only time will tell. His next passive here is Dragon Gear Attack and Speed Up. Slightly raises attack and speed while Dragon Gear is active, and as we saw, he already has a 5-star speed, so adding even more speed onto that is just going to turn him into a speed demon, more so than he already will be. And then his final passive here is Dragon Dive Extend. Increases Dragon Dive's max uses by 1. When using Dragon Dive, turns it into a 3-hit bravery plus HP attack. Tremendously raises its total potency. Bravery stolen can also flow up to 150%, just like Hyper Jump. Extends the duration of Dragon Gear by 1 turn When using Dragon, which is the HP attack, inflicts a wind elemental ranged bravery attack before the HP attack. Okay, so now we get the extra attack on top of the HP attack, so that's going to be really good, especially when it comes to healing your allies, because you won't have to actually be fully capped out, I'm assuming, before this goes off, because it'll probably do a fair bit of damage there before it actually does the HP attack. So it'll definitely be worth using when he finally gets those, and he's definitely going to seem to be a stronger character when he finally gets those enhancements, more so than he already will be. Alright, and let's go ahead and look at his gear. So of course we see his masked axe, which is his EX weapon, which we read about earlier. This is what we're going to be getting tonight. The Javelin increases Dragon Dive's potency and allows it to remove one buff from the target. Now, I'm not too sure what this is going to be useful for, although Sid may be a cure or a sort of remedy for Lena's EX if you don't want to pull for Lena or King or any of them. He might be a remedy. He might be somebody who's slightly better for that one, but I'm not too positive. I just don't know. But that removal of one buff, it might remove that defense buff from the boss, which might help with the damage, but it's not going to be too crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure anyways. I don't know. We'll have to test that out when the time comes. Increases Dragon Dive's max uses by 1, which is going to be really good because he already gets an extra, or he already has like 6. Improves the effect of Dragon Gear and extends its duration, of course, and raises the HP recovery limit of Dragon, which is also going to be really good. He's going to be a much better healer because of the 35 CP. So then he also has his 15 CP, the Slash Lance, increases the potency of Hyper Jump and Boost Jump, of course, improves the effect of Jump Gear and extends its duration. So basically it's just going to give us extra attack, extra duration, just like the Javelin does, except it's to a lesser effect. And then of course we have his armor, the Gigas Armlet, which gives HP plus 680 and max bravery plus 220. Of course I would have preferred it to be attack plus 72, but it seems like with the super armor, Sid's goggles, he gets that later on, like way later on in the JP version. He gets attack plus 72 and defense plus 84, but that we won't see stuff like that for a very long time to come. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at his artifacts now. That was his gear list. And now his artifacts, let's see what he has to offer here. I'm assuming that this is going to be a very basic attacker that you're really going to, not really be picking and choosing too much. You pretty much have everything pretty baseline. At least that's what I see anyways. So his first passive here is the Bravery Guard Up. Raises defense power by 5% when bravery is over 50% of max bravery, and 10% with the 2-star version. Garbage, not going to want this. Buff Speed Up, raises speed by 2% while buffed, 5% with the 2-star version. Garbage. Not going to want that. Hyper Jump Power Up, raises bravery damage dealt by Hyper Jump by 5% and then 10% with the 2-star version. You can pick and choose, whichever. The last one here is Dragon Dive Power Up, which is raises bravery damage dealt by Dragon Dive by 5% and 10% with the 2-star version. Now, in my opinion, what I think is probably going to be the best here is for Sid. I believe that Sid is going to want to have a lot of attack and as well as a lot of just bonus damage on his abilities. I feel like Sid's going to be a very weak-ish character. I feel like his abilities won't really hit that hard, so you kind of just have to boost those up a lot to get him to be proficient to where he's going to be doing that, those huge chunks of damage to the enemies. But definitely I'd see him getting like, a bunch of 108 attacks, a whole bunch of his 2-star passives here. Those are probably going to be his best artifacts, I'd say. And maybe some max bravery if you get something and you get like a double orange or something like that. Max bravery would probably be another good one to have. But overall, I definitely just would stick with a bunch of 108s and just going with the 2-star ability artifacts, because he just seems like he's going to be very weak. Even though his command abilities are going to be boosting and buffing his attack and max bravery, I still feel like he's going to be pretty low on attack compared to somebody like Sephiroth, who's going to be murdering everything. So to get him to be as strong as possible, you're probably just going to want to be going for those 108 attacks. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at the trailer video, because of course the simulator's down, or messed up. Not down, but just messed up. So let's go ahead and jump on over and look at that thing. Alright, and here we are on the official DFFOO Twitter page, and let's go ahead and look at Sid's trailer video, finally. I think I've got the volume all set, so let's go ahead and see this thing. Alright. Okay, so we got the 7 crew with the 8 crew. I guess we beat them to the punch. Don't tell me that they're trying to compare these two games. 8 has nothing on 7, like, come on. I mean, okay, maybe they beat him in space travel, but overall, 8 was trash. Squall's trash. Okay, so he used hyper jump. Okay, 9k. Boost jump. So the normal brave attack is almost 5k. Dragon dive is almost a maxed out. Okay. Oh, and he keeps both buffs. Holy he keeps both of his buffs when he does this. Hold on a minute. So he can have double stacks of max bravery and attack up? Holy unless I'm tripping. But he definitely had 2 of the buffs. Hold on, I gotta look at that again. See, he has 1. He only has 1. Okay, that's boost jump. Let's see, when he uses when he uses dragon dive, he gets the second buff. Yeah. His bravery goes up to 14,000. So that means if he has Saz buffs, I mean, of course, this is during his event too. So outside of this, he probably has like, I don't know, like maybe somewhere like in the range of 12,000, 11,000. So with Saz buffs, normally he's probably gonna end up being like at 15,000 flat, more or less. That's not bad. But in his actual event, he's probably gonna be somewhere near 19,000 with Saz buffs. So that's what I can see him being at. And then his HP attack. Wait, that's kind of weird. Wait, so he had 10,000 bravery. He uses dragon, but he only does 3,000 damage. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. That's I don't know how that works. I don't know how you only have, unless it didn't split, did it? No, it didn't split. It's only one target. He had 10,000 bravery. He literally uses it, and how does that work? That doesn't make any sense. That sounds horrible. Wait a minute, what are they doing? Okay, yeah, that's I don't know how to feel about that dragon. That doesn't seem to be I mean, the healing is nice, but it doesn't seem to be optimal. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that actually works in game, but alright, that's gonna wrap things up here for Sid's information. Overall, he seems like he will be a worthwhile investment for use even outside of his event, because if he's hitting for almost max damage at 9,999 without Saz buffs, with them he'll be hitting max numbers even outside of his event, so it's definitely going to be nuts. But anyway, I have Lena's video underway, but I still haven't managed to triumph over her EX mission, so I'll post that once I have cleared it, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, until next time, bye guys.